Here's what you're going to need for cleaning your air dryer vent. First one is going to be the shop vac. That's going to be for all the lint that's coming out. A respirator. It's always recommended to have the right protection when you're doing these kind of things. A drill, screwdriver to take off the hoses, specifically the air dryer hose connected to your air dryer. A couple of pliers. That's going to be required for taking apart some of the parts for the cleaning supplies here for the air vent kit. A foam block or some kind of a foam block or something else that you might use to keep a vent flap open on the outside, so that when you're vacuuming it out, we can get that open and keep it open. And then depending on your situation, you may need a ladder as well. So these are all the parts and required tools that you need to get this job done. Let's get at it. The most important piece of this project is going to be this dryer cleaning brush kit. You can get this at Amazon. It's available at the link below. It's basically a kit that will have flexible kind of a nylon piece here. You're going to attach it, and it could extend up to 30 feet in this case. It'll come with a brush. That's what we'll be using. So stay tuned. Let's get this job done. Alright, so this is my dryer vent outside. It happens to be on the roof in this case. As you can see, there's a lot of debris here. The lint is coming off everywhere. But let's take a look inside, see how it looks like. As you can see, it's getting pretty bad. And that's what we're trying to remove right there. So let's go back inside and take a look. First things first, let's get this dryer out of its place and take a look behind here. So usually you're gonna have, if it's electric, you're gonna have electric connection here, and some lost items you'll find there finally. So it's a good time to also clean that up, just for sake of cleaning this. So let's get this dryer out and take a look. Once you've gently pulled out the dryer, take a look in the back and keep an eye on this so that you don't accidentally overstretch or pull something out that you shouldn't. Specifically your dryer vent. This is a little bit stretched too much, so be careful with that. It's going to vary by model and your installation, so keep an eye on it, but you want to basically loosen that up, unplug the power, and if yours has a water attachment for steam cycle, take a look at that, make sure it's not overstretched. You shouldn't need to remove it, but every installation is going to be a little different, so just keep an eye on it. And of course, take some time to clean up the back here. This is a good chance to do that. So in this situation, and it's going to vary by every installation, but I'm going to take off this portion of it. So I'm going to unscrew this nut here, loosen it up, and we're going to start the cleaning process, basically starting with this tube and all the way up. And in this case, it's going to go through the wall, up through the ceiling, and outside. Alright, let's see what we got. There we go. You can see it's pretty clean in the dryer itself. This is where it's probably going to be the most, and going up into the tube. So we're going to start cleaning from this side and all the way out to the outside with the kit that we bought. So let's take a look at that next. Alright, so let's take a look inside the kit here. So we got dryer vent cleaning brush, straight from Amazon, about 20 bucks. You can find them at your local stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever you might have nearby. They're all about the same price, anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks. A lot of them come with 30 feet extension, some are a little bit shorter, longer, but the concept is the same. So let's take a quick peek, see what we got here. So what you got is a couple of brushes. So you got a small brush here, larger one, this is the one we're going to be using mostly for this particular job. So once you got a couple of these sections together, I'm going to start with 3 in this case, so you might start with a little bit less or more, but you connect them all up, and in the kit there's going to be an attachment like this. This is going to be for the drill that you'll be using, so just go ahead and put that on at the edge or at the end, just like that, and then take your drill, whatever you're using, put it in, tighten it up nice and tight. And then the key is to go slow, so select the slow speed. Make sure it's slowly operating and in the right direction, so you want to go clockwise all the time, never go the other way around. So there you go, and it's going to basically spin the brush, as you can see here. And you want to go nice and slow to get those bristles going. All right, so now we're up to this level here. We got the pipe. This is the flexible portion of the pipe that connects to your dryer. I like to just get it back up in here so it's nice and tight. It's easier to access. Then we're going to take the brush. I'm going to push it in there. And in this case, I actually decided to take one of the links off, so just 2 links. Just the space that I have here to work with. So we're going to test it out real quick. There you go. So one of the things you gotta keep in mind is that there is a flap, and it will want to be closed, and it's on a spring usually. So if you want to create a suction going the other way with the vacuum, you gotta make sure this is open. One of the ways you can do it is just jam something in here. I use a little sponge kind of a sander here, and just jam it in here nice and good so it doesn't fly off while I'm doing this. This way it will keep it open. Use something like that. One thing, you don't want it to get sucked in accidentally, so just keep that in mind. So this is going to work really good. So there you go. Just keep that vent open. Alright, looks like we reached the end for our particular run. You can see the brush made it all the way through, and it's sticking out here. There's some debris that came out, some of the lint. It's pretty thick, so we'll get that cleaned up later. But here we go. So now let's go ahead and pull it out, and as we're pulling it out, we're going to spin it one more time just to make sure we get everything out, and we'll take a look after it's done. Now that we're done, don't forget to unblock your vent, just like that. Remove any pieces you got stuck there, and then make sure that your vent flap operates freely and it's not obstructed with anything. Let's take a look inside. That's much better. It's nice and clean. There you go. Again, make sure it closes fine and it's flapping just the way it's supposed to, not obstructed. There you go. That's gonna be it. And you gotta do this every year. recommended to avoid all kinds of problems. And that's it. When you push back the dryer with connecting everything, power, whatever else you might disconnect, make sure that hose, the flexible hose, is not kinked and that it has a smooth angle to it, not a 45-degree or anything weird like that. You don't want anything sharp, otherwise lint will collect there and you're gonna have a problem again, even worse. So keep that in mind and keep it clean.